October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? Wright hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. And willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that end justifies the means concept again. Now it has come to this. We now don't have to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish you'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm gonna defend Juniper in my own way. But, Miss Sykes, yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you worked so hard to gain? Well, let's have to make sure that doesn't happen, then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own insufficiently the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but if you'd excuse me. Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let me get to it, Dana, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst times is when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. October 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, the defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to complicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement. Nope. Oh, hi. Detective Fulbright, he and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. Alright, the case brief, leave it to me. It's the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of Justice Explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're incapable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. Alright, Detective Fulbright, would you explain the case to the court? Puerto Cortez's body was discovered on October 24th, approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this owl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Ooh, that's not good. Eek! You attacked me with a... You did. You attacked me with an autopsy report. Great. Well, the bird can deliver evidence too. Black wasn't trained well. Maybe Blackwell should treat it not to mess people's hair up he's at it. Moving right along. Body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. Although we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So his body has been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely, and there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" Oh, what's this? You have such a recording. Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Why is the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner. It's quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you already identified the voices belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis and everything. The victim was killed at night, so then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. The man's body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. The prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could move the body. I have no fear, there's always an exception. An exception? The three mock trial participants were standing in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the Deserts campus for the mock trial. That would mean... What would that mean? Those three students were the ones who would have moved the body. Injustice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. By those three, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. And that's just we trust. I think it everyone understands now. The voice believed to belong to that of the murder was female. And out of the three people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. No. Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examination. You at least pretend to be upset for me. Splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. And justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Wait, I can't cross-examine that? Okay, very well. That's fine. You're still in a box. So our first witness is a cardboard box. Oops. Yes. Step mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smiley runner. What in the dickens? I just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. She lives in a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime. I wish you would come out of that box. Oh, I get any more scoops if I blow my cover. So the answer is no. After all, covert action is undercover reporters' butter. But testimony from faithless witnesses is highly irregular. A former ninja in the cliques at exploiting those who work in the shadows is to pass death sentence upon them. Oh my, I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it's fair life, I'll make it a special exception this time. Former ninja in prison. Holy Shinto. How can the judge believe this load of crock? Oh, your testimony, please. But get her not to your face. Similarly to the case in the script. Murder happened to cite Juniper's mock trial script. Up to the mock trial began, only Professor Corte and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Corte's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive in the murder just like her script. It's murder just like her script. Could the thing be true? Pair a script with the murder case and the crime scene photos, and you'll see. This is so simple. Even an ape poisoning and a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope in which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, and an argument ensued in the fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. What now? Oscar Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. It's like a pit bull when it sinks its teeth into you. I don't care, she prescribed it at all! A bone bear with phony evidence! Grudges and betrayals! Just the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Then let's find a whole new testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I could do this. Alright. Let's see. What evidence did you give me? You gave me the owl. Or, yeah, sure. Their blood was found on it. Autopsy report. Time of death between 6 and 8. Blood loss due to a stab wound on the side of the body. Marks wrists may have been bound. No other visible damage. Stab wound was very rough. Tape recorder. And that's it. Blackwell mentioned some evidence, but he didn't actually give it to me. What does this say? Facts about the case. A body found the protruding arrow in the quad, but the weapon was an owl. The owl was asserted as a ruse. The actual memory was in the art room, where traces of blood were found on the floor. How the body was moved. It dropped from the 3rd floor up into the maintenance area below. A mat was laid out to cushion the fall. A ball cart from the storehouse was then used to move the body to the stage. While the body was moved, the archery's club room has a good view of the quad. The body was moved to the quad to make it look like an archery club member had shot the victim with an arrow. Things to prepare. Owl. Buy it with school festival funds. Get it from the hardware store. Arrow. If I borrow one for the archery club, it could give away part of the script's plot to be decided. Or sweatsuit. The victims will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Okay, that's different then. Because she was wearing a blue one? Do I have a murder photo somewhere? No. Do I not have? I don't, huh? I'm pretty sure the one she was wearing was blue, but I might be wrong. Anyway, let's press you. There must be places where the script in this case diverge. God, don't sweat the details. That kind of sweat will get you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection.
Indeed, you are quite fair. Really desperate. did you just say? Black Hole really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Oh, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hasn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. In the actual case, there are signs of indicating the victim's wrist has been bound. But just differences pale in comparison to those of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. Just, what a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? Up until the trial... So I could have stolen a peek beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried it a number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-do-tuber has eyes in the back of her head. What chances do your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point, but still. The scuttlebutt, will you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why I plead entrapment! How are you blaming at your own crime entrapment? God, you haven't even scooped me yet! They're all set to use Juniper's script! Decision not to use that, though. How do you know Professor Corte wasn't going to use your script? In the art room where the Hunter's crime took place. An envelope marked Use and Miriam's scuttlebutt script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural my script to be accepted and that Harrod's rejected. I introduce all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It's a cutting-edge show portraying the courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I cannot but feel Professor Corte went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious underhand tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script to adopt my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Anyone saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After I saw the mock trial, I could have used staged body just like the script.
Objection!
Weary is the threat that pits Hawk against Canary.
Objection!
Well, what did you just say? He's so wary you should try moving less, but that saves some energy. There's no time for jokes, Apollo. He's called me a canary. Let me get to you. At least canaries pick up on things like quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes-Stono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body was in the script before it even knew its contents? That's right. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Tina Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption. Oh, marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just a thing to boost your brand. In the school paper? Seriously? The view pressed witness is more than enough, Miss Sykes. How do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now in that fair, desperate mind of yours. As you told you, you may never forget. No. If my arguments get thrown back in my face. It isn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do? Athena, you just about to have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover inconsistency if you do. Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script. And that is, beyond the shadow of a doubt, not a coincidence. Is that correct? No Duh, after all, it's just more than evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What'd I say? What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would not be foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell the court what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in itself is irrational. What's wrong with it being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes, try to explain what you mean. Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. Oh, you lost some supplies, but you didn't... You're good. But it's from the day of the mock trial, and short, the day the details were revealed. So it'd be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. God damn! Don't let it go to your head just yet!
Objection!
It seems justice done as comrade in arms has finally drawn no sword. However, the blade is dull and shall remain so until you master its use. Enough of the stupid sword metaphors already. There's a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? As I spell out everything. You're what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial. And that event. Never a soul had been to the wise as to the similarities of the case in the script.
Objection!
No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here has also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? This could have saw the body too. Precisely, and with the discovery of the body, the mock trial had to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? No, I got secret for my big scoop. You can't do that. Made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. I'm not my little box top. Friend of the work of a war correspondent, there was sure terror if that was. She's the one with the twisted samurai did to her. Block off all holes in her box, and spin her around like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight. That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Alright, and we will continue that testimony next time, so until then.